So as you know, last weekend I went to Portland for some much needed vacation time. I also needed to use up vacation days because they were going to expire at some point. While I was there, I hung out with a bunch of awesome people and did some cool stuff, as you saw in my video on Thursday, but I thought I would do a little bit of a haul because I did a little bit of shopping. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. So I made several trips to Powell's because that's what I always do when I visit Portland for various reasons. But my first trip, I found Hannah Hart's book, I Found My Drunk Kitchen, A Guide to Eating, Drinking, and Going With Your Gut. Like, the fucking photos, like, Hannah. Like, what? I don't even like girls, but she's just fucking cute as shit. Like, look at her face. Like, look at this book. I just love reading these because I can hear her as I'm reading it. Let's just say you're taking a shot of vodka because this recipe is potato themed. Yeah, so I bought this my first day. Scotch egg. This is not gonna turn into a review of this book. I haven't read anything in it. I still need to finish Lena Dunham's book, but I am working on like loading my bookshelf for my future house because that is happening soon. And my second trip to Powell's was actually the last day I was there. I should probably take the receipt out of here. Boo! I posted on Twitter about my book. I had some questions for you guys, and somebody suggested that I read Patton Oswalt's book, and I didn't even know he wrote a book. So my last day there, I went down to Powell's again and wrote some stuff and took some R&R and found Patton Oswalt's Zombie Spaceship Wasteland, a very funny book by the funniest man alive, GQ. A book by Patton Oswalt, now with even more book by Patton Oswalt. He's my favorite comedian ever, and I figured if I really like his jokes, I'll probably really like his writing in a book. So I haven't read into this at all, but I'm really excited to read it. I just really like the super, like, 90s elementary school art on the front. Like, that just makes me chuckle. Also, the first day when I went shopping with Sangeeta and Allie, we went to a record store and I found a record that I've never owned on CD, but they actually just recently released it on vinyl, and that is Harvey Danger's Where Have All the Merrymakers Gone? And this was their debut album from 1998 with Flagpole Sitta, Jack the Lion, Carlotta Valdez, Wrecking Ball, Radio Silence. I really like Carlotta Valdez. I think it's really underrated, but I'm excited to have this on vinyl because this is the first time they've actually released it on vinyl, and that's one of the only things I want for Christmas is a record player. So yeah, I'm excited that I found this, and my second part to my like music collection will be all my records, and that will be considerably shorter because I don't have as many of them. So that'll come at some point, just probably not until I get into my new place, just because I have to organize everything, and hopefully I'll have a record player by then. I also went and got some drinks. I went to Voodoo Donuts, I went to Pine State Biscuits and got a delicious biscuit sandwich. We went to the Grilled Cheese Grill, I got some grilled cheese there, and that's when we ran into Hosier. We didn't like run into him, we like walked by him like creeps. But probably the thing I was most excited about that I've been avoiding getting the last 3 times I've been to Portland because I'm like, money! But I'm like, I'm getting paid today and money, but okay. They didn't have the black lipstick that I wanted to get from Portland Black Lipstick. They only had the colors that I really already had and colors that I had really close dupes to. So I didn't pick up anything from Portland Black Lipstick Company, but I did finally give in and buy this perfume from Agatha Blois? I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but it's called Black Amber, and the brand is Carnival Wax, and there are several available at the Blush Beauty Bar down on Northwest 23rd in Portland, and this one that I've literally tried every single time I've went to Portland, and I've put it on, and then I regretted not buying it. So this was the last one left in the store, and the packaging is just about the fanciest thing ever. So it comes in this pretty box with like super cool kind of piratey writing, and then it has like a fucking scroll on the inside. the actual perfume comes in this super neat, looks like hand sewn like little pouch with like a leather tie. So that's the front of it, and then that's the back. And then you just flip open the little flappy flap, and it's like literally a little pouch, and then it's a roller ball. And this one is black amber, and the notes in here, I believe, it just says antique patchouli and fine pale amber, but I believe that there's like tobacco in here, leather, but it's mostly patchouli and amber, and I just, like you can see how potent it is by what color it is, and I'm just, oh my god, like this is so good. Every time I've worn this when I went down to Portland, it has lasted on me for like a whole day. Like the next morning I would wake up and be like, I still smell like black amber. So this time I finally gave in and I bought it. I feel like this smells like the Black Flame candle from Hocus Pocus. So I feel like I smell like the Sanderson sisters right now, which is never a bad thing. Honestly, I didn't shop that much. I got a disposable camera, which I'll be developing in the next week or so and then posting on my blog because I don't know how they turned out. But I wanted to try taking pictures with a cheap disposable. But that's really all I bought while I was down in Portland. It was a really great weekend for me to kind of like decompress and just kind of the calm before the storm, you know? Because the storm is going to be like holiday season and me like moving into my house. But for today's song of the day, we have Something from Nothing by the Foo Fighters, and this is the first single off their album Sonic Highways, which is in conjunction with the HBO documentary Sonic Highways that actually aired the first episode last week, Chicago, and I don't know where they're going next, but this fucking documentary is like everything I always wanted in a documentary series, and like it features like my husband Dave Grohl. Like what? Like I watched the first episode and I was just like, I really want to go to Chicago now. Like Chicago in 1982. That series is just fucking glorious, and anybody who hates on Dave Grohl can suck it because he's a gem. And I love that song, Something from Nothing, and it has Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick in it, and it's super heavy, and like there's 4 guitarists, but I don't really care. So check out that song. Let me know if you've read either Hannah's book or Patton's book. And yeah, I just, I cannot handle this right now. Like, I smell so good. I have to go because I have to go to work, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!